Really quick, Wilson, do you remember how much iron I bought back in like uh, Hearthmount? I I don't remember exactly. I know it was a lot, but
You just bought enough supplies for like
to fully supply my smith to or my armory to be self sufficient. Okay.
yeah, and you got enough supplies uh for like the project that you did today for those scale of projects, probably enough for like 6 months.
Okay. Right. And did you want how much of that iron did you want used?
From the 5 that you bought.
Yeah.
You had to use all 5.
Okay. Sounds good. You still
It was quite a bit more metal that you had to add on to the mace itself.
right.
Make thing heavier and make thing longer.
Bigger, faster,
Stronger.
more smashy.
Mm-hmm.
Only downside is it's two-handed, but my AC is set
Anything else, gentlemen?
to shield. One thing that I would like to do with everybody in that time frame, inquire about LaShawn, or at least see if we can go see him, because I know he was captured, if memory serves. And
Yeah, he's currently being held in one of the cells in the prison.
oh yeah.
Let's go have a talk with
So
him.
yeah, I guess like you know,
Yeah.
probably I guess halfway through the 2 weeks, just go let him stew. You think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Think about what he's done.
Well,
His
we
time out.
Well, we don't know what he's done, so I mean, this might be,
He was an accomplice.
and it
to a
also will help us
doppelganger.
explain the situation when Graven gets here.
Yo.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. I guess as a group, halfway through the fortnight, we head to the garrison and ask if we can have a word with LaShawn.
Yep. They recognize, who you guys are and your kind of station right now in the town. And they take you back to the cell that contained LaShawn. He's wearing just simple clothes that they've given him, and he has a small plate of what looks to be a loaf of bread, some vegetables, and a small piece of meat in front of him. Currently eating it.
Walk up to the cell. Ah, so you're LaShawn.
And the man you see before you is a human of what looks to be just average build. He has dark hair that is parted on the left and then combed over a balding head. Hair on the sides and on the back, but the top is balding, and he's got not a bad comb over, but he's definitely covering that up. And he just turns and says, "Yes, who exactly are you?"
Slightly kind of put off by his voice, I flash him. I don't say anything. I just kind of tap on the guild crest.
Ah, I see. So what do you want?
Be the dog.
Oh, what do you want, sir?
We would first like answers.
Why was the guild hall closed?
Because I was paid good money to close it, that's why.
So that's all it takes to betray your vows to the guild.
It was quite a bit of money.
And look where it got you now.
Sadly, yes.
So,
Boo-hoo. Boo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
Oh, I'm so happy.
Just being really mean.
Going
this
down.
patronizing as fuck. God. Tell me this, LaShawn. What happened to everybody else that was here from the guild? Did you run them out of town?
They were sent off to different stations. No use having them around.
Can I make him sound like something different with prestidigitation or something?
Why?
No, I agree.
I just wanted to see if I could. Just
Let me just read that spell specifically. I generally know what it does, but
Just give me a sec here. It's some nice spells, I know. There it is.
No, it does not.
hey, I opened up to the PR section. Oh, okay.
And luckily, it doesn't.
It doesn't look like it.
I want to hear more droopy.
I just wanted to see if I.
You could make a certain noise to just be like overlapping his speech.
No, I'm good.
You can chill, warm, or flavor up 1 cubic foot of non-living material. Flavor up.
Flavor it up.
I love that.
Go to Flavor Town.
Yeah, you.
Well, you flavor up to 1 cubic foot.
Oh my god.
Goodness.
That's ridiculous. Okay. So, did you actually keep a record of where these people had gone, or did you just simply shoo them out of town for your own personal gain?
I gave them some excuse of their need elsewhere.
Did you keep any logs, any records? Guildhall's been sealed up for some time now and
Under renovation.
under renovation.
Air quotes. I don't know if you saw that.
Spit quotes.
Yeah, spit quotes.
Spit quotes.
Well, you guys were told that when he was arrested, they found a lot of stuff in his house of money changing hands and stuff, because this guy was appointed to be sort of treasurer. So a lot of the evidence of Lord Blackwell's happenings are already under possession of the resistance.
Should we ask him about? Let's ask him about if he knew about Lord Blackwell's doppelganging. Yeah. Tell us what you know about Lord Blackwell.
Lord Blackwell was a fine man. He paid me handsomely and never asked too many questions about what was happening outside of the guild.
When did you meet Lord Blackwell?
Well, I first met him many years ago, but he hired me but a few months ago.
Anybody else have follow-up questions?
What do you think should be done with you? There are a lot of people in town that probably have some rather mortal punishment in mind.
Well, if I had my say, you would have set me free.
Well, unfortunately, your say is not very...
You made your bed.
It's not carrying much weight these days.
Well, then why did you even ask the question?
Because I wanted to see if you genuinely wanted to repent, but this clearly is not the case. You can explain this along with other questions when Graven arrives.
And when you mention that, he drops the fork that he's holding and just looks at you and says,
What?
Yeah, I sent word for him not a week ago. He should be here within the week.
Oh, gods.
and he just puts the Buddha plate down next to him and gets up and just starts pacing.
You eat bread with a fork?
I'm sorry,
Well, he's got bread, vegetables, and meat.
Okay.
pretty good meal.
I was going to say.
It's a simple meal, but enough to sustain somebody.
You eat with a fork?
Graven got you a little concerned, huh?
Oh, please leave me.
He's like really upset right now.
we'll come back later and see exactly what's to be done with you. But I just want you to know that you've broken the tenets of the guild, and in my eyes, whatever punishment suits you. I just walk away.
Oh,
He's drooping.
woe and sorrow.
Woe is me.
It's fucking bumming me out.
No big surprise there.
Wilson.
Yes.
For the last week, for just as a to see if can get more information about the area. Is there anybody in town that's like a lumberjack, or maybe of a minor profession that maybe could shed a little insight on maybe if there's anything in the surrounding area of interest or possible resource gain?
I'm just gonna bundle this with Nox's herbalism check. You guys will just go outside of town and look for whatever you're looking for.
Skip across the fields together.
You and me and you. No matter how we toss the dice.
Hey, nice.
So happy.
All right.
Me credit nobody but you.
I would imagine that before I leave town, just in case, find somebody I can buy like a wood splitting axe and a mining pick from, just in case. You never know.
Make me a perception check.
16.
As you're leaving town, you think, "Oh shit!" and then you go back to the marketplace quickly, and you see the tool merchant starting to pack up.
Oh god. Hey. Genuinely forgot that you had other stuff. I actually did. I actually was too focused on the fucking art.
Okay, so you wanted a miner's pick, and what else?
A wood splitter's axe, if that's
Okay.
in there at all. I wonder if that is.
I mean,
Maybe.
do we have
Just a tom or hatchet.
Do we have?
Well, I
that
mean,
stuff?
genuinely like a...
Might.
What kind of
Kit do you have?
Okay, there we go. That is a total of 7 gold.
I gladly pay him. I say thank you.
There's no tools in the explorer's pack.
Oh yeah, no, they're not in the pack.
They're not in packs.
Okay, so Nox, go ahead and make me an intelligence check plus your proficiency.
Come on, baby, lead me to the promised land.
And that's a +3, but that's a critical again.
Oh, lordy. Okay. Give me a second to see what you find.
Ooh. Hey, Sean, can I borrow those cogs? Can I have a...
So are you looking... where are you looking? In the forest, in the fields, just like general kind of area.
You hold them down?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I'd say a really dense forest.
Okay.
Is it just me, or is like when you drink vanilla Coke, it always tastes like somebody? It's like a Coke that you would mix with a drink. Like it always tastes like it's got something extra to it. Obviously, vanilla. It's just like I don't know. I just expect something extra there. Drink too much, clearly.
And do you go with him on this, Heskar?
We're holding hands.
Yeah. I mean, we're holding hands, so yeah. Yes. I trust him implicitly with finding the goods. So.
Okay.
We take a trip into the woods. And only Nox comes back.
And we all die.
You find 4 ironwood hearts. You see the specific trees, recognize them as a potential ingredient, and harvest those from them.
Ironwood hearts. Is that what they're called? How many? Can you ask how many again? 5? Okay.
You find 3 nightshade berries.
3. Sounds like something that would put somebody to sleep.
For
You find 6 mandrake roots.
okay, those are definitely fucking poisonous. I'm assuming.
Kicking ass on herbalism.
Yeah, no kidding.
I didn't even need that +3.
And 3 worm tongue petals.
Okay. How do you spell? Is it worm as in worm or?
WY, just get it the high fantasy W.
Now, TK, what were you looking for? Were you trying to look for ore or something else?
We're in the woods. So I mean, I really doubt there's ore in the vicinity, but any knowing Hingman, definitely I want to look out for my Hing bro. I want to see if there's any trees or hardy wood stock that might be of fine quality, I guess. I don't know if there's really any point in saying I'm looking for minerals because I'm always looking for ore, baby. But I'm not expecting it.
I'm a whore for ore. I mean,
Come on, man.
Oh?
Holy fuck. It is an odd kind of request.
Yeah.
oil.
Make a wisdom check.
With just straight wisdom?
Yep.
10. Which it coincidentally rolled onto 10. 10.
Okay. And then roll a 1d4, please.
Worm tongue petals.
2.
You find just scattered they're pretty rare in this forest, but you do find a few darkwood trees. You want to chop those boys down and harvest some of that?
All right. How many units of hardwood, darkwood, right?
Darkwood, yes. The trees aren't huge, so you probably will get 10 units.
Okay. 10 darkwood. 10 darkwood.
Logs.
Well, let me.
Yeah, logs. I mean, just the stereotypical, maybe a foot long.
Yeah. So like,
Just
I don't
on
know
split.
what you really call like it's between branch and log.
Yeah. The I don't know, like
They're 5 inches in diameter.
Okay. I got you. Any chance I know the qualities of such material? Like what?
Make an insight check plus proficiency.
Insight plus proficiency? Oh, you are so screwed. 25.
oh,
I know my wood.
All right. So you remember, because you cut these things down specifically. You remember that Darkwood has the property to, like, it's very sturdy, but it's also very, very light. So you would be able to replace metal of any medium or heavy armor with this, and if you were to use it for a weapon, the weapon would gain the light feature, like, as in weight.
Ooh. Gotcha.
Pretty sweet.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I guess just relax the remaining days until Graven arrives. Just kind of chill out, get to know Gregory and his wife a little more. Just hear their story.
Play some Dragon Chess.
Sure, we play some I spend an afternoon one of those times playing Dragon Chess
Nice.
when he's not too busy with his day job.
Oh. Man's got to eat.
But Gregory gives us food.
Oh, does he?
Wainwright being Wainwright, I would imagine that you would do your guard duty at nighttime.
That's the idea, yeah. Sleep during the day. Wake up in the afternoon, do the guard duty.
And then the temple work was probably during the day.
Mm-hmm. Flipped my sleep schedule just because I'm that good.
All right. So everybody's chilling. After about the 15th day, Graven himself does arrive. He walks into the common room of the inn and sees you all sitting there. Hello, Swiftguard, is it?
Yeah,
None other.
Raise a mug. Hey, well met.
So, what news have you? You said something was a bit hinky.
Terrible news.
Quite a bit has happened in town. I think you might need to pull up a chair and kind of wave Gregory to bring him a big. I order it around for everybody. This is gonna take a minute.
All right. So drinks are brought over for everybody. Sans, Wainwright, and he'll give you this one on the house.
I thank him, and I tip Gregory a gold.
Oh, thank you so much.
And he just smiles and puts it in one of his apron pockets and shuffles back away behind the bar.
Good man, that one.
Indeed.
Now,
And you see Graven take a nice big drink of his ale and just right. What did you have to tell me?
well, the message was brief that I sent you, but if you recall, LaShawn has betrayed the guild.
I lost you there.
Missed the button.
I don't remember don't know if you recall in the brief message I sent to you, but LaShawn himself has betrayed the guild. He has sold out his station here in town, and well, I would imagine this would be something that needs to be handled properly by guild officials.
folks.
Guild business being guild business, that is.
Tell me more.
Well,
Did we ever go to his house or check his
I assume that
records?
the guards had confiscated his belongings, just as a question to you, Wilson.
Well, yeah, all of his stuff is being inventoried and confiscated, but like the evidence itself was in the possession of like Ben and those guys who formed the council.
Okay.
So will the guild get back what's theirs?
Lord Blackwell, the former ruler of town here, was
Earthbit.
is a dastardly individual,
Into the spittoon. Into the spittoon.
and
It's actually a copy of Lord Blackwell.
it
was gonna
turns
say,
out after our
Don't play Blackwell. It wasn't him.
it truly wasn't. It was a fiend, a doppelganger.
The doppelganger. I could tell you stories about doppelgangers. I read a whole chapter about them in a book.
Doppelganger, I hardly know.
He really? That's the one you go with? Come
That's
on,
what she
man.
said.
Anyway, the evidence is quite clear with that. Blackwell not being who he said he was, but more so that we found out through our conversations with the new council members that LaShawn, several months ago, sold out his position for simple gold and drove.
Power.
You'll have to ask him what his motivations were besides that, but drove out any remnants of the guild in town and shuttered the place up. We haven't stepped into the place yet and don't know what condition it's in, but I mean, thought you would be the first one that might want to know more about this.
And as you tell all that to him, he just sits and patiently listens. He's looking at his mug the whole time, just taking it in. And then when you finish that explanation, he just drinks the entire thing down, slams it down on the table, and says, "Well, I think you'd better take me to LaShawn."
Very well. Can we send a message? Actually, I cast sending to Bob? Old guy. Ben.
Yeah, Ben.
I cast sending to Ben.
Benon.
And I send to him, bring all the evidence you have about LaShawn to the prison. Other guild members are here for processing. Questioning. Yeah.
Well, you guys could have gotten the evidence from them during the 2 weeks, knowing that Graven was coming.
Well, no, I cast it and I tell him to... Do we keep this in guild? Just guild stuff?
Like this should probably just be guild.
Okay,
stuff.
never mind. No, I debunk it. I just like, Bobby, how's it going?
And all you hear
How
back
are
is,
you?
I just butt dialed you. Sorry.
Sorry, I butt dialed. I butt sent you. Sorry.
I'm gonna go find the nearest chamber pot quick.
And you just hear like the message you get back from him is just, "New phone, who dis?"
All right, I just kind of like, yeah, let's go. And I guess we head off to the garrison to where he's being kept.
All right, so you lead Graven through the town to the garrison and inside to the prison section. You check back in, and he just points out his position in the guild and explains that he's, taking custody of the prisoner, and they agree, recognizing the organization. You guys lead him to LaShawn in the cell.
Okay.
He's currently lying down right now, sleeping.
I want to wrap a gauntlet on the bars to wake him up.
I don't want to have Crowan just start squawking.
I just sit kind of like next to the cell, like just a little ways next to Graven, I guess.
Speak, boy.
I return to them after finding my chamber pot.
Amen.
Guys,
That was quick.
I'm a quick one. I have a very healthy prostate. Halfling prostate.
Okay, that's too much.
I'd like to inquire more at a later date.
I can sure do that if you're interested. I mean, I've got some interesting physiology.
Guys,
What's up, dude?
Stay on task.
Oh, okay.
on point.
Yeah, we're not gonna talk about buttholes.
I don't talk about buttholes. Let's talk about pee holes.
Okay.
All right. So as you guys all start this commotion, you see him just kind of jolt awake and looks over your way. And the second that he sees all of you standing there and Graven, his eyes just go wide and he scoots back on his hands, like on the small cot that he's sleeping on, and just gets into the corner and is breathing heavily.
Wakey, wakey.
Eggs and bacon. Eggs and justice.
And you guys just see Graven standing there with this look on his face of just like frustration and anger. His furrowed brow and his lips are like turned down or like just in that he's like pinching his lips together in anger and just clenching his jaw under his big white beard. And he just looks at LaShawn and says, I just want to know why, LaShawn. And LaShawn just still cowering in the corner and just says,
But you paid me so much. Think of what I could have done with it, Graven.
and Graven just doesn't even answer him. Just shakes his head and says to one of the guards, open the cage. And a guard comes over and unlocks the cage and opens the door. And Graven walks in, and you see him grab LaShawn by the throat and pin him up against the wall. And LaShawn's face reddens.
Kind of step into the cell.
Oh no.
Graven, I understand your frustrations, but what do you plan on doing with him?
Well, damn. And he kind of loosens his grip as some of the blood rushes from LaShawn's face. He's still held up against the wall, though. And Graven just turns to you and says, what do you think should be done with him?
Well, he should stand, I kind of wince as I say it, trial for his crimes,
I agree.
but we must consider the
Spit again.
new environment that we find ourselves in here. The guild has been defunct for some time, and I kind of like lean in and I say, this is definitely the time for tact and, you know, cool, rational thought. Having the guild return on, you know, spilling blood in the middle of a cell is not a good foot to start back up on.
He won't be killed. I'll tell you that. And he just takes LaShawn and just kind of dumps him on the floor. Like, just, he doesn't throw him, but he just, like, kind of just shoves him off to the side, and LaShawn just, like, crumples to the floor, just cowering, just...
From what I remember, yeah, he's pretty big.
Well, I kind of, the guy's like, what are your thoughts?
Well, he betrayed the guild for monetary gain. He seems to be unrepentant.
How do you handle transgressions of this severity normally?
Deserters.
Yeah, betrayers of the guild.
Usurpers.
Usually they're tried by some of our people that we have in the guild that work specifically for this. More litigious types.
Would this be back in Hearthmount?
Oh, there's a few all over the place. I brought one with me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you haven't seen him, but he's currently stationed elsewhere in the city.
Did we know if the town had like any stockades in the town square or in the center?
Make a history check.
I'll do that.
I can do that.
Net 20? Another net.
With the rate I'm going,
Yeah.
who knows?
There was a couple.
I didn't do anything yet.
They were like off to the side in like the main square area.
Hold on, I get.
Well, I hope. I mean, yeah, it was. He had not rolled yet, but does a.
Well, that was mainly a joke.
Oh. Psych.
But there are a couple.
I say he should spend a good amount of time in the stockades and then have one of your, I don't know what you'd call them, a judge proclaim his misdeeds to the entire town so everyone can know his name and what he has done, and he'll have to live with that his entire life. That's my 2 cents over killing him, which I am restraining myself from doing.
I'm proud.
That's why I'm spitting so much here.
Hangman,
What's up, dude?
what say you?
I agree with him.
On which point?
All of them.
Okay.
All right, I take my knife out and I slit his throat.
Are
I even agree with his spitting.
you giving a little,
Yeah, dude.
little half thimble of?
Yep. Little
Well,
sympathetic spitting. Empathetic.
as long as you take into consideration the guild's position here now in town, I trust your judgment. To Graven. That's what I'm saying, to Graven.
Well, we'll definitely have to find a new representative, that's for sure.